Okay, like I said, you don't think this is bothering someone, though, right? The hairline I actually have, right? And that it's not receding for the last 9 months, right? So if it is bothering you, I can guess what it might be, but that would be rude, huh? Is someone who don't have hair or someone who does? I don't know. I don't know. Is it someone I know or someone I don't know? They're acting like they are talking to someone they know, aren't they? Very disrespectfully too, right? That's okay. So I'm trying to teach you about God and Satan. I know. One does disrespect you, one does not. One does not. One does you good, one does you evil, pretending it's good, and tricks you into following it, right? Now, like I said though, if you want to date and you're gay, date like a what? Heterosexual couple. And try to find one partner, right? Like we do. Well, that's the lure of what the Christians are saying is wrong with homosexuality. You can have sex with anyone, right? And not even be in love. See, desire is to lead to either one thing. You can either love the person you're having sex with or lust after them and just be mechanically having sex with them. Love is how you feel when you kiss someone. Does it feel, and do you want the person to feel the same pleasure? Or like, I was telling you about Lisa and kissing me, mom, like Lisa one time. It got so mechanical with Lisa that I wasn't even thinking about it when I kissed me, mom, right? But it wasn't to kiss her like Lisa. It was just so mechanical by that time, right? With Lisa. That when I kissed me, I just wasn't thinking, right? By that time and just kissed her a little bit like Lisa, but it wasn't, you know, planned or anything. It just happened one time, right? Not trying to make out with our grandma, but the girl I'm making out with, it became so mechanical with her, and I just kind of did it without thinking, right? That's all. That's all. Though. But that's why too. That's why too. It can also tip me, ma, if she don't ask me what it was really about. Though again, I'm more mature to explain it too, right? Maybe at the time I didn't really understand myself, but now I do. What was really going on there is every time I made out with Lisa, it was just kind of the same. No, really going forwards or backwards, or she would let me lick her sometimes, suck her boobs sometimes, and stuff like that. But sorry to get technical there, but that's what you do with your girlfriend. That's what you do with your girlfriend. Now, I guess you could do the same thing with a guy if you're into guys, but whatever. I'm not here to judge. That's not my job. But Christians are judging like Satan. That's the problem, Christians. You're more the devil than the devil was, ever was, ever was. And that's what Jesus is warning you about. Many are called, but few are chosen, right? You're calling yourself to the ministry of Christ, but if you're acting more like the devil than Jesus, you're not helping Christ, and you're helping the devil. And guess what? It's simple as that. The devil's always the devil. He always condemns. You will try to forgive them, but also condemn them while they're still doing the act. You can't do that either. The act alone is not the problem, right? It's how you're viewing the act and not giving them the chance to repent or not. And you're wanting them to stop immediately because you say, now is the day of salvation. Well, like the thief on the cross, when he realized he was next to the Messiah, he repented, right? But the other thief didn't. So Jesus still didn't die for his sin. Yes. Whether he confessed it or not. That's your problem. Right, Pastor Prince? Exactly. He died for the thief who confessed the sin and the one who didn't. That's what you don't see in no. Whether he did or not. And Jesus didn't just say it to him. Maybe he also said it to the one who didn't believe. And all it takes is in his mind before he dies to say maybe that guy was right. And he's in paradise with them. All three. All three. See? I know. That's the mercy of our God. I know it is. And you're not teaching the mercy of God. You're teaching sacrifice for sin. Kill the sinner, right? Murder him. Stop him from sinning, right? Don't rehabilitate him. Don't get him better. Don't get him better. Just smoke his ass. Just smoke his ass. That's what I mean. That's what Supernatural's about. Not trying to redeem the demon, but keeping it a demon and right, killing the demon. Well, the demon is a host, right? And you're thinking like the demon, you're acting like the demon, but you weren't always acting like the demon, were you? No. Nor was the demon always a demon. It was once what? The angel in heaven. Right. It still is to God. It still is to God. It just won't repent of its evil deeds, right? Which is playing God to us. So no. It's pretending it can judge us like it's God when it can't. So no. Either. And it's teaching us evil and not good anymore. I know. That's like with the orcs, who were once what? Elves. And Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. Don't you get that too? That's all the angels are fallen elves. Or fairy tale creatures. Even. But see, fairy tale creatures are small. They can't exist here without being damaged or hurt or killed quickly, right? Another reason they would be in heaven and not on earth is what? We're not safe enough for them. Simple as that. Same with a unicorn. A unicorn has a weapon on its head which it can use to ram into a human being like a freaking rhino. But if it's a sharp, pointy... that's a weapon here. That's a weapon here. And see, if you're a caveman, Neanderthal, get the caveman! It's gonna run your ass through butt and knock you up into the air like a damn bull. Mm-hmm. Right. So its one is in the center, right here. And it's gonna ram into your ass and kill you. Mm-hmm. And then Neanderthal would see that as a trophy, right? And would collect it and cut the damn horn off. Anyway, I know he would. And that's why there are no more unicorns. Captain Caveman. If there ever were. We don't know. Because the thing about cutting off the horn is it becomes even with the rest of the bone of the horse. On the horse's head, don't know. Right? You see what I mean? Though you might can tell a little if you would ever come across a different kind of horse skeleton with something weird at the top. You know what I mean? It's like when you cut off a rhino's horn, right? It still has the horn, right? But it has two horns sometimes, not always one. Still not a unicorn. Unicorn means one horn on the top of its head. Now, a goat has two horns. A bull has two horns. Anything that has a horn, though, normally has two, not one. But for a horse, it would be one. Because of how its head is actually made. Like with the narwhal's tooth, so that's what it is the narwhal's tooth, right? But see that on the top of the horse's head, right? Instead. But then if it's a tooth, right, you have to have it so like with the narwhal's tooth, it grows out with the animal as it grows, right? Like a goat ain't born with horns, nor is, again, a bull. Oh, no, right. They what? Nor is a deer or anything that has horns. I know. They grow out as the animal what? Matures, right. That's why it's part of its DNA. Right. Now, I might be crazy, but like I keep telling you, that don't make me dumb. That don't mean I don't know nothing. That don't mean I'm not trying to rehabilitate, but to you, I'm not succeeding. Okay, well, that helps me out if you don't think I am. I'm still not doing nothing to hurt nobody. I'm just trying to find a girlfriend. Is that a crime? Are you trying to make it a crime to be with a girl or a woman who's able to consent, which I keep harping on? I know the age of consent is 16 and older in Georgia. What is your problem? Whether I meet a 16-year-old who shows she's interested in me or not, I know there's friendship and relationship. Because I learned about all that growing up. And see, if the girl says she likes me, I could say, well, okay, that's cool. We can try something. No. But if she don't, I don't say nothing. I don't even say nothing. I don't think she does. I treat it like we have a big age gap, like with Megan, right? I don't even try to make her move on her. I never would. Because even to me, she's too young to me. To see, when the girl told me in the salon she was 37, yeah, I'd do something with her and with him. All I'm saying, I don't know if I did. But you're charging me with what crime now? Not having sex with her in the bathroom, you say? So what was the crime again? Other than that, it's only the other thing I could have done. Went in there with her, and it went over an hour. What else could I have done? I didn't damage any of the property. Even if I'm talking racist to you, that's my opinion, not necessarily true or not either. I don't normally talk that way to an Asian girl I want to date. I'll be nice to her. I'll be joking around with her. I'll be trying to get into her pants, honestly. If I felt she got wet to me and the ladies were embarrassing her, I would know what that was about, even though I don't speak Vietnamese. Right? You ain't got to speak a language to know they're trying to embarrass her while she's doing her job, right? Especially if you feel or since she's getting a little wet down there because they're messing with her and embarrassing her, right? But I'll let her know, just touching my knees or whatever. Don't do nothing for me, but I do it professionally, like you're doing a massage, not. Now, can that become sexually? It's between you and the woman, right? But still, usually it's just a hand job or a blow job, you know what I mean? Don't really go to sex all the time, right? Yeah, you see that on SVU too. And that's all I'm talking about. And then Giuliani got busted by Borat. Heard about that. Heard about that. Giuliani. They trying to trap you too. I know what you mean, brother. Nothing wrong with a hand job once in a while. Doing the hand job. Doing the hand job. Yeah. Especially from an attractive young female. But like you said, right? You can't even get into a contract with the minor without the parents' permission. And now, see, Borat. But she was never underage, was she? No. What does that mean? No. You tried to entrap Giuliani, actually, legally. That's why, too. See, Christ would say, well, like any man, Giuliani was just maybe looking for a little something, but not going to have sex with her, but, slipped his hand down his pants to indicate something, or not. Whatever. But again, whole point. I don't judge Giuliani for, mistaking the girl's intention, or if he was just really putting his hand down his pants to put in his shirt, tucking his shirt. I don't know that either. I'm not saying that. Don't want to either. I don't know. I wasn't there. I know. I can't read his mind. And he can change his mind just like that. Anyone can. Whole point. And forgiveness of it, is better than condemning for it, though. Yeah, maybe, whatever. That's the whole point. See, if he knows what they did that time, he won't do it again. So he's done repented of it. I forgive him for that sin, or mistake, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Which is an honest mistake I made in New York. Mike can make, New York. I ain't never heard of that in New York, no. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. But what Satan wants you to do is condemn and shame Giuliani. All right. Jesus wants you to say, okay, he's human, and if, you're being honest, he just wants a little hand job. No harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. That really happened either, right? You stopped before it could, okay? So you stopped in time. Both him and the girl. So that's called what? You stopped the transaction as well. Don't matter who stops, either the girl or the guy. You stopped. And see, he accepted it. When Borat came into the room, it was over. He didn't push it any further. He just left, right? That's also all you can do there. That's also all you can do there. But again, judgment isn't from God. Any man could do that with her, not just Giuliani. That's what Jesus means. Anybody could do that. Like yes says, it could happen to you. It could happen to me. It could happen to anyone eventually, but the choice is whose? Yours. Yours. Right? Do I condemn Giuliani? Do I understand? I don't know. Maybe he's a little lonely that day and we can get new attention for his life at home. I don't know. Whatever the reason, though, he went for it or not. Even if he changed his mind, he just put his hands down his pants and didn't go all the way, right? If you stop it, right, let's call it in time, I don't know, you stopped it in time, and that's part of forgiveness as well. How far did you take it? And and when it was stopped, did you stop with it, or did you try to cover it up as well? Yeah, a little bit, right? But what was the real cover up? There. If nothing happened, still nothing happened before it could have become something wrong. But where would it be wrong? If he tips the girl a little bit of money for doing that for him, it's still a service. I don't know. They just can't charge for it like in Amsterdam where you can. But we're so holy, we don't realize Samson went into a harlot. And Hosea married one. And it sounds like, I know, he paid for her to be his wife even. If I got to pay 15 shekels for her to even stick around. And, what was it? That's like a bushel and a half. You would understand a bushel of or whatever they call that. Homer, I think they called it. To a homer and a half of wheat or whatever. And he still bought her to be his wife. And paid for her. Now, what's the point, though, to the guy where his daughter is seduced? The guy goes and asks her hand in marriage. And if he won't let them marry, what happens? He pays her dowry instead, right? Well, that makes her what? Whore. He has to pay her dowry instead of marrying her, right? And that don't mean, again, she don't love him either. If she loves him, the father's still going to have a problem because she's going to still want him and ignore the father's not wanting her to marry him. And ain't that normal? That's what I mean, too. And again, like with Nick and Bianca, right? I don't know what's going on in their life. It's not my business, but it's public, right? They're not having a child. Well, there's one of the 3 reasons they're not compatible as far as biologically, right? Might be different blood types, and that's affecting conception, right? Because if your body is attacking his sperm as it enters your womb, well, your vaginal canal, that might be a physical reason as to why. Other reason is he's getting the wrong hole. I hate to be blunt there, but yeah. He's getting the bottom hole, not the top. I don't know. I'm sure he knows the difference. I know that's the problem. That's the problem. If you're not getting the top hole and you get the bottom, that's the wrong hole. That's the wrong hole. That's what I mean. That's to try and figure out why Kelly wasn't getting pregnant by her husband the whole 3 years I'm going out there. That's weird, Kelly. And I'm thinking you're having sex with him the whole time, not me. Or neither one of us, or neither one of us. But who's acting jealous? Your husband. Your husband. See, you can get jealous, but that ain't from the Lord. Who do you think that's from? The green-eyed monster of jealousy is what it's called. Who's being the monster here? Satan. And who is jealousy from? Satan. Right. So, even if she cheats on you, right? What can you do about it? Kill the nail? But that ain't gonna help either, I know, right? If a woman's gonna cheat on you, you're treating her bad enough to make her cheat on you by now. If she's not too, right? I don't say, oh, Priyanka's just gonna cheat on Nick, because right now they're having problems conceiving, right? She might not do that either, right? And conception comes when what? It finally works out, too. See, you could be doing it too early, too late, too this, too that, right? And it might always work out. And again, the other problem is you're the wrong blood type and you're not compatible. And I would think that would be more maybe B to A, right? I don't know. Right? Or is that where we get AB from? I don't know. I heard it was two B's, but whatever. I don't know if A and B can really mix. But whatever the issue is, right? It's their business. Only reason I'm talking about it is it's in social media, and it's a topic to discuss, because we all can deal with infertility issues. Like, the whole time I'm having sex with Mary Bell, I'm not trying to get her pregnant. I don't even know I can. Right? But then she calls me, like I said, 3 years later and tells me about Patrick, right? It shows me a picture and everything, right? So what am I supposed to do? Not say he could be my son when he could be my son? Yeah. All you can say, too, if she denies it, okay, well, maybe that's why I was hearing the voice and he's not your son. And thought of that, too, but I can deal with it. Can you? Who has the harder problem dealing with it if he is no son? Her. Who figured it out? Her or Scott? Her or Scott. That's a problem, too, I know. And like me, all Scott can do is investigate it at the library, and see what it says. I know. And see, I'm messing with her because I know there's also 2 weeks where you don't even count the development of the child if she's conceived in the middle of the month, right? Around the 20th, right? And again, till October 3rd, the child's not even considered viable offspring yet, right? If something happens between then and then, like a miscarriage, that's possibly when it could happen, right? Then from then on, she can still have a miscarriage up until the times the child's born, or she can abort him. And that's again, if she would abort my son, why? She thought it was Scott's anyway. Yeah. But who deceived herself that it wasn't mine and was Scott's? She did. She did. But why did she? She wanted Scott more than me on time. And tricked herself. See, that's what she can't admit if the child was mine. And again, the birth weight checks out when she was last with me. And she has the problem, right? Not Scott, not me. And they both told me the same birth weight, right? When Scott's trying to divorce her and go, move on. And she's lying about who's divorcing whom, but that's the only reason she called me anyway. And not that she wanted to divorce from Scott, he did from her. He did from her. And she probably didn't even make him do the DNA test to find out, or even pay child support. That's how badly she's in denial. It's not, right? Because once she gets the DNA test, she can't deny it anymore. And if it's not Scott's, right? It's like with Maury. When it says it's not Scott's, just shame, right? And then she knows. And then, I don't want her to know if she would even hurt Patrick at 3 years old, right? To 4 years old, right? And I'm not mad about it. And I can't do it about it, right? Whatever she did afterwards, so I know. Only her and Scott know. Not me and her. And I let her do what she felt she had to do with it. And like I said, I hope she didn't abandon the boy or something crazy like that. Or kill him even. But I don't think at 3 years old she can really do nothing about it either. And one son could be mine even if she had four others. I don't care. I don't care. I just care about, again, like anyone who has a child, my child, my child. Even if she had three other children with another man. That's cool by me. That's not the problem. I'm looking out for my son who's with her so she don't hurt him worse or do something crazy, right? And whatever she needed to do to deal with, right? But it would be weird if she didn't get the DNA test with Scott. And he wouldn't pay child support, and then she did. So, see, whatever he made part of the divorce, right? And he's divorcing her, right? I don't know what happened to her after Philadelphia, New York, but I'm in Georgia. I ain't gonna go up there. that. I won't say in Georgia. I won't say in Georgia. And now she might be in either Virginia or Colorado still, but I don't care. I mean, that's water under the bridge. She was a bad girlfriend the whole time. She didn't love me like she loved Bart anyway. She's using Bart as the excuse. And then when she's with Scott, she just marries him and moves in with him and does all the things she just should have done if she loved me, right? And I don't see Bart interfering with that relationship. And unless it's because of the mental illness anyway, or is it with her? And I didn't lie to her about it from the start. That's because most mentally ill people cannot see they're mentally ill. That's part of the mental illness. Yes, it is. Yep. I admit I have similar symptoms to paranoid schizophrenia, but I think it's more bipolar. Learning about it as I go along. I'm not saying I'm a doctor or anything either. But with the symptoms, I have only mild auditory hallucinations, no visual, associated with schizophrenia. But I'm telling you why, too. That's important in discovering what the actual mental illness is so you can get properly treated and diagnosed with it, right? Because if you're giving schizophrenic medication and I'm really bipolar, that's going to mess up what's really wrong. And I mean, better or worse. And it basically stay the same. And too, I'll just keep hearing voices and it'll never end. It'll never end. So I go to Jerusalem and die in Jerusalem. Worst case scenario. Oh no. As I fulfill the letter of the law, which kills everyone who follows it. But the Spirit gives life. But not by the letter of the law, by repenting of your sins. And quit playing God, Christians.